welcome back to another great episode of hashtag Screw the W2. And today's guest, I got a great friend, Lena, on who, for some bizarre reason, decided to leave the cold, snowy tundra of Marshall, Minnesota, and go down to sunny Florida, where she is joining us now. Lena, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Sean. Happy to be here
Yeah,
in
thanks.
sunny Florida,
Yep, yeah, very, very nice. Nice to see the sunshine. It's
Amelia
a little cloudy here.
Island. Yeah, it's good to
So
be here.
cool. Now, obviously, you're been a realtor and self-employed for many years now. But
Mhm,
would you be able to take us back to your previous W-2 job before this? I mean, what was it
mhm,
like? What was an average day like, so to speak?
mhm. Yeah, so I mean, I started, went on the whole journey of going through education because that's what we're all supposed to do, and
Yep.
started with my AA, and then got my bachelor's in education, and then my master's in education, and I, was doing the teaching in college at SMSU, where I got to meet you and
Yeah.
your wife. Yeah. And then offered a very, very amazing opportunity at Carleton College in Northfield. So I would say that's, I mean, aside from my first W-2 being 18 and working at Turkey Valley in
Oh, really?
Marshall,
I
that was,
didn't even know
oh yeah. Oh
that.
yeah, that was my first journey. Then I was like, wait, what am I doing? I need to go to college
Yeah.
because I don't want to work here. So
Exactly.
that was kind of my first aha moment of like, all right, I need an education if I want to, succeed in life. And honestly, it was the best investment I ever made in myself, going to college and getting a master's because that taught me everything I know now. I'm able to transfer all of those skills and
Mhm.
do and run my business, right? So like I have no regrets with the debt
Awesome.
that I'm slowly paying off.
Yep,
It's all worth it.
as are we, and I'm sure millions of people out there as well. So,
Yeah, right, right. But
but
it's all worth it. Investing in ourselves is definitely very, very important.
exactly.
But yeah, so it was, going to college Monday through Friday, working at the college, working with students. It was amazing because I got to help them, really think about where their lives were going after college and provide resources. I'm a huge resource person,
Hmm.
resourceful. So connecting them with opportunities and just being their support system, So that was Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, occasional weekends,
Yep.
nights. So I was like, wow, it was great though. I had, a steady job. I had, a routine happening. I had great benefits.
Hmm.
Um, it was truly amazing.
Cool. So, and
But
then at the time that you went to Northfield, and then, as I remember correctly, you went from
mm,
Northfield and then to Florida at
mhm.
there, right? What was like the turning point of, I don't know if you want to combine leaving the frozen tundra of Minnesota or just
Mhm.
jumping into real estate, or was there a step in between there?
Yeah, so I think it started with visiting, right? So I would have spring breaks off, I would get vacations, and so I would start going down to Florida and experiencing life in March in
Hmm.
Florida. And everybody was always happy. Everybody was the sun was shining, everybody was in shape, everybody, just the whole vibe was completely different than what you experience in Minnesota. And I was like, wow, like it's this is more of my fit, right? Like while I love Minnesotans,
Right.
I love sunny people in Florida. We have all this sunshine just really it boosts your whole attitude and perception of life
Hmm.
completely, right? Like there's no cloudy days to like, oh no, it's cloudy and rainy. I don't want to do anything because that happens.
Yeah.
Occasionally when we have those gloomy days here, I don't want to do anything. But yeah, so coming down to Florida, I just got to experience a different lifestyle, if you will. And I think if we never step out of our comfort zones and experience what else life could be like, we
Hmm.
don't know. We don't know. And I was, provided those opportunities through my job at Carleton to be able to take off a week and come to Florida or travel wherever I wanted to.
Oh,
So that,
nice.
definitely beneficial. But that's kind of when I started like, okay, I need to go. I need to be there. I feel like my heart belongs somewhere else. I feel like I'm
Hmm.
not completely fulfilling the life
Sure.
that I could have. So
So,
yeah, it was my little mini vacations down to Florida, like around, I would say like around 2013.
okay.
So I worked at Carleton College a few years and it was repetition, right? Like, yes, I met students, I made a difference in their lives, but I was working with the same kinds of students and I was bored with, you know, the same routine of having to sit in an office and coach them or go, you know, establishing those relationships. While it wasn't a bad thing, I just got bored.
Yeah.
I was really bored.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
So
like, all right, I need something new in my life.
yeah. So how'd you make the well, kind of two questions there, but how'd you make the switch then to real estate? And then also how'd you position yourself? I mean, you mentioned you had a great job, great benefits, where obviously
Hmm.
jumping in to be a, I'm a realtor myself and,
Hmm.
entrepreneur where we don't have that luxury and we only get paid when we're selling.
Right, right, right. Yeah. So I would say I have to give credit to a broker I work with in Minnesota. She's actually a top broker in Minneapolis,
Oh,
Lisa Stevens, good friend of mine with Vibrant Realty. She was looking for someone to come and work part time with her. You know, inputting data, setting up her systems, her background
mm,
using a, yeah, computer. Right. She needed some help with that side of it. Working at Carleton College, I had summers off. I had time off. So I
mm,
was like, all right, I can't sit still. You know me, John. I
right.
cannot sit still. I need something. And every time, throughout my career, wherever I was, I always had two or three jobs on the side or a side hustle. I was a DJ. I was
Oh,
doing
wow.
people's taxes, consulting them, building websites, right? Like it's just always been in my nature to be doing something
Sure.
extra. I can't have downtime, which is
Yep.
why real estate is a great fit for me.
Yeah, there is no downtime with
um,
real estate.
yeah, yeah, no. So it was just, you know, so I got the experience. I did work with Lisa um part-time, right? And she was always like, Elena, you need to get your real estate license. And I was like, no way, I love education. I belong in the college, you know, like
Yep.
that's not for me. So, but it kind of put a bug in my ear, right? Like I knew how to write contract. I was doing little work here and there for her. And believe it or not, when I moved to Florida, I was working in education for a little bit, but I took a salary cut, half of what I
Wow.
was making in Minnesota is what they pay in Florida, working for
Wow.
educators. Yep, in the college. So right there, I was like, there's no way. There's no way I can afford to feed my family. Came here as a
Yeah.
single mother, right? There's no way I can afford to raise my children with this. And so I did get into hospitality. I was doing that, and everybody that came across my path told me, Elena, you would be perfect in real estate.
Okay.
For the reason being that I was able to talk to anybody no matter what, you know, and again, connecting dots. Oh, you need a resource. Oh, I know this person, or
Yep.
like I know of this, right? And that's what realtors do. We connect the dots, we solve problems, we
Hmm.
provide resources. Um, so people kept telling me that, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I can't afford, right? Like I need to do something. I need to be able to support my kids without losing my home, without our
Hmm.
food. You know, I don't ever want there to be a problem feeding my children. And I knew that if I didn't do something where I could control the money coming in, then we would be screwed,
Yep.
right? So I got my license in 2016, and it was hard, right? Like being a single mom, you can't expect to get paid overnight. So
Right.
I had to build my business, and I just started building my business from that point on. And there were some hurdles that came through in life, and I would say 2018, 2019, I was kind of like, okay, that was when I was visiting Minnesota again every month.
Yep.
My grandmother passed away. So I and my siblings had more children. I was like, okay, with my mother gone, I was like, all right, I need to go to Minnesota. I belong in Minnesota to help my family. But being there, I was like, no, 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 Elena, follow your dreams, follow your
Yeah.
goals. Don't give up. Don't give up for other people, right? As much as I love my family, um, my siblings and my nieces and nephews, you know, I couldn't give up what I had built to
Sure.
go back.
Yep.
I would, right? Like, no way. There was no way that I was going to go back.
So,
So that just pushed me. And when I came back in 2019 for my birthday, that's when I decided I was not going to live in Minnesota because I had a
okay.
place to live even. Yep. And I decided for my birthday in 2019, so it's September of 2019, I was like, I'm going back to Florida and I'm giving up everything else and I'm going to strictly focus on real estate.
Wow.
So it took me some time,
Yep.
but no, it was a great journey. And you know, it was that whole like, all right, if I give up everything else, there's nothing else coming in. I have to succeed.
Yep. Yeah.
I will not fail. So it's that mentality, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. So,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, excuse me. Since you mentioned obviously the mentality and where you were really pushing yourself and didn't want to, give up on what you had built, maybe taking a step
Hmm.
back, say there's someone out there listening to this that maybe is in the situation that you were in, whether it's
Mhm.
education or, I went to school for whatever, and this just isn't fulfilling for me. I want to pursue my dreams, but just like you said, I'm worried about providing for my family, feeding my family,
Mhm.
etc. What piece of advice would you give to them?
Or wanting to fulfill their dreams.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So, it's all in the mindset. I
Okay.
practice and I preach this every single day. I do have a lot of mentees now that, they look up to me for inspiration, and I can honestly say, like, it's if I would have kept doubting that I could do it, that I needed something else, right?
Mm,
That I
yeah.
needed a side job to be able to pay the bills, that's where I went wrong.
Mm,
And a wise friend and a mentor coach told me, Miss Janice Petaway, like, you have to be completely focused and dedicated 100%, or
yeah.
you will never succeed. You will
Makes
never
sense.
succeed in whatever avenue you want to take. So it was just changing my mindset that I could do it, right? And then with that mindset, not only do we have to tell ourselves that, but it's constantly practicing every day. The meditation, I do meditations where I'm breathing in confidence, I'm breathing in gratitude, I'm breathing in, like, all right, how am I going to get through this anxious day of
Hmm.
dealing with, like, really really hard clients, or any, big presentation or whatever it might be. I practice every day. Actually, today when I woke up, we're here in Bailey Island for the convention, and I woke up and I went to the beach and I watched the sunrise and I did my
Wow.
meditation. And it's just instilling in my mind. And then also I do affirmations, daily affirmations.
Mm,
I am amazing. Exit is really big on this, with affirming what you believe, affirming who you are. Yep. Yes, sir. um and so that practicing that and just having that routine every day, treating it like it's your career,
mm,
treating it's like your job that you're clocking into, because if you don't show up to perform, you will never go anywhere. So I
exactly.
take it, I time block, I get up, I do my workout, my meditation, I make my follow-ups, I do my marketing. It's that every day, in and out,
Wow.
in and out. So yeah, it's just keeping that mind strong, right? And through exercise, through reading, through learning. I love to learn. I'm still
Hmm.
learning every day. That's why I'm here. I spent a
Yeah.
lot of money to be here, but I'm like, you know what? It's worth it.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
another master's degree. I feel like anytime I'm going to these big trainings and meeting these other leaders that are
Yeah.
killing it, because that's another thing too, right? Surrounding yourself with people you want to be like.
Mm,
So my friend circle has become quite small.
yep.
Um, and I'm okay with that, because I am a firm believer of hanging out with who you want to be with, or
Yep.
who you want to be like,
Right.
right? And return on, instead of investments, a return on relationships.
Hmm.
So I'm trying to really focus on, like, just keeping it healthy,
Yeah.
healthy relationships all around.
I think
I
Jim
don't have
Rome.
a lot of time.
Yeah, I think Jim Rohn put it best. You're the average of the five people you spend the most time with. So choose
Yes.
wisely.
Amen. Yep. And that's
So,
exactly how we all need to see life, right? I wish I knew all of these things younger, at a younger age.
yeah.
All of these things. But now, I get to pass that on. And my children, I'm teaching my children, my daughter's 23 and she's already with the entrepreneur mindset.
Yeah.
Jasleen is 13. She's already thinking, like, Mom, how can I start making money?
Yeah.
And we're investing in little businesses together. We have little family businesses going. We're going to get an ATM.
Yep. I remember you mentioning
Um,
that.
yeah, yeah. We're going to join a friend. We're going to invest with his food truck business.
Okay.
So my daughter's going to do that as well.
Wow.
So it's getting them thinking, like, you can do it. You don't have to clock in and out. You don't have to work for someone else. I want to travel the world and be able to work from wherever I want.
Yeah. Digital
So,
nomad style.
amen.
So, was
That
it
hashtag goals.
awesome? Well, as we wrap this up, Aletta, I don't want to take you away from obviously the conference that you're
Thank you.
attending, but as a kind of last little bit as we head into 2023, if you want to share, any big plans or projects you're working on, or maybe
Mhm,
if anyone's looking at real estate in Central Florida, what's the best way to
mhm.
reach out to you, and what markets do you cover?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Central Florida is my main hub, right? But I serve all of Florida from the top to the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So all over, and actually with Exit too. That's why another reason why I'm here is because I want to build referral
Mm,
relationships, referral partnerships.
yeah.
I'm in Florida. You're in Minnesota. I just met a couple too from Minnesota. They cover more of the Jackson area.
Oh, okay.
Right. But it's establishing those relationships around the world so we can still make business. It's still
Sure.
establish those partnerships. But yeah, so anywhere in Florida, I invest myself, right, with Airbnbs, second homes. I also recently got into fixing and flipping
Oh, wow.
because of the hurricane. I've been doing a lot of volunteer cleanup work.
Okay.
And I can't tell you too enough about volunteering and giving back to the community and how much that comes back to us, right?
Mhm.
So I spend a lot of time, a lot of hours cleaning up down in Fort Myers, over in New Smyrna Beach, friends that have lost their homes.
Wow.
And right, while that's amazing to help, but I'm also coming across projects where people they need to sell their home because they can't fix it. So we're taking it
Mhm.
off their hands, and then we're able to fix it or fix it for them and or fix and flip now. So we've
Okay.
acquired a couple new properties. I have a new business, a new team
Cool.
where we're going to be doing that. Yep. So I'm going to be getting my hands dirty a little more, but I love to do it. I'm a go-getter, right? So any way of real estate is the number one way to make wealth in your
Mhm.
family. Firm
Agreed.
believer. So I just want to keep on building my portfolio. I'm looking for partners, right? Funders, angel investors. We're looking for anyone that wants to be joint ventures, do some joint ventures with us. But yeah, they can follow me on social media with all of those journeys. My realtor, Alena, Alena. That's my tagline across, right? For Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Realtor Alena.
Okay.
And I'll just be sharing my journey and hopefully inspire more along the way, that anything is possible.
Yeah,
Doesn't
sounds
matter where
good.
you come from.
No, I agree. Like you said, solving
Mhm.
problems and just following your dreams, like you mentioned.
Right. Yeah,
So,
never giving up
yeah,
and hang
so
out with the right people.
exactly. So, well, speaking of right people, I don't want to take up any more of your time, and thanks for joining us. You're at your convention.
Thank
Hope you
you.
make a lot of good connections and enjoy the sunshine, which we don't have here right
Thank you
now.
so much. Thank you, John. We'll come visit soon.
Will do.
I want
Thanks,
to meet
Alana.
your son. All right. Take
Yeah.
care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.